What Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory looks like in real life is stunning. On September 24, 2007, CBS showed a show that made science fans all over the world fall in love. The comedy about a group of socially awkward nerds was a brand new idea for TV, and we all needed it. No matter how weird someone was, they all fell in love with the show and found the company to be very real. But there was some drama going on behind the scenes. Several talks were going on at the same time that the stars signed off on their contracts for seasons 11 and 12, which are the last 2 seasons of the show. Negotiating. Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki, and Kaylee Quok, who were the show's stars, bargained with CBS together and got the best pay. When Mayim Bialik and Melissa Rauch joined in season 3 and became regulars a year later, they also worked together to get paid the same amount as the original cast. For the 2 actors to get paid what they earn, their 5 co-stars decided to take a $100,000 pay cut per show. It's interesting to see how much the group has changed since The Big Bang Theory ended. The stars got a lot of fame and money from this show. Let's look at how the company's changed and how much they've been paid more. Ian Scott Rudolph as Captain Sweatpants, then. Even though Captain Sweatpants doesn't have a clear job or even a name, he's still a part of the Big Bang Theory. Captain Shorts is his name, and it comes from the fact that he always wears shorts and famous superhero t-shirt. Looking like most of the time, you can find him in the comic book shop. He was in seasons 2 through 7. Ian Scott Rudolph now. Most likely you wouldn't be amazed if you saw Ian Scott Rudolph on the street. The actor has only had small parts in TV shows. Besides The Big Bang Theory, he was also in The Middle. He didn't even get credit for his job as Captain Sweatpants until season 7. Hello, Captain Sweatpants. We still love you. Brian George as Dr. V.M. Koothrappali, then. There have been some problems with Dr. V.M. Koothrappali's part on The Big Bang Theory, but we still love him. He works well as a doctor in New Delhi, India, and plays Raj's father during the show. He's mostly seen on video chat with his wife. In Season 8 episode, The Clean Room Infiltration, he shows up in real life for the first time. Hey, Doctor! Brian George is Dr. V.M. Koothrappali now. Like the role he plays on The Big Bang Theory, Brian George's life is full of different things. In the years since his birth in Jerusalem, he's lived in Israel, London, and now Toronto, Canada. He went to the University of Toronto to study theater and performing arts. Since 1976, he's worked in comedies and dramas on screen and as a voiceover artist. In 1997, he got a big part in the TV show Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Famous for his part as Babu Bhatt on Seinfeld and his part on The Big Bang Theory. Alice Amter as Mrs. Koothrappali, then. She used to be married to Dr. Koothrappali before she split up with him. We never find out Mrs. Koothrappali's first name, and like her husband, we only see her through video chat. She used to work in healthcare in New Delhi, that much we know. From Season 1 to Season 5 and Season 8, she's been in episodes. Her character stands out. Alice Amter as Mrs. Koothrappali now. She's moved around a lot, just like her on-screen husband, which I find funny. It's known that the English actress has lived in England, Germany, France, Japan, and the United States. Alice Amter came to Los Angeles when she was 30 to become an actress. She was Dr. Kapoor in Hot in Cleveland. People know her best for her part in The Big Bang Theory. Casey Sander as Mike Rostenkowski, then. It's never easy to meet parents, but Mike Rostenkowski is a dad. Mike is the father of Bernadette and Howard's stepfather. Mike used to be a police officer but is now retired. Bernadette tells Howard not to talk about Jimmy Carter, healthy food, gun control, or people from other countries. Years 5, 6, 7, and 9 are when we see him. Casey Sander as Mike Rostenkowski now. Casey Sandler may not be as well known as some of the other artists on the list, but he still has a pretty strong list of credits. His TV roles include Malcolm in the Middle, Hunter, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Criminal Minds, Mad Men, Rules of Engagement, and Sons of Anarchy, to name a few. Also, Casey Sander and Richard Karn were good friends when they were in school. We wish we could meet him. Melissa Rauch as Bernadette Wolowitz, then. Bernadette has a PhD in biochemistry and used to work as a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory. We first met her in the 3rd season when Penny brought her to Howard's attention. They didn't have anything in common at first, but then they became friends because both of their moms were too controlling. Howard asks her to marry him in Season 4, and they say yes in Season 6. After some time, they have a girl named Haley and a boy named Neil. Melissa Rauch as Bernadette Wolowitz now. Melissa appeared on TV in a few other shows before her main part on The Big Bang Theory. There were small parts for her in The Office and True Blood. She's also been in a few movies like The Bronze in 2015 and Are You Here in 2013. The actress and Mayim both got paid more after she signed on for seasons 11 and 12. They now make a huge $500,000 per show. Vernie Watson Johnson as Althia, then. You might not remember this character, but she did have some pretty memorable parts in the show. Throughout the show, Althia works as a nurse in a hospital and is in charge of the sperm bank, the patient's floor, and the emergency room. Vernie's personality is funny and serious at the same time. Althea was one of only 3 characters from the unaired pilot who was brought over to the show. The others were Sheldon and Leonard. Althea gets points. Vernie Watson Johnson as Althea now. It looks like Vernie Watson Johnson does a lot of different things as well. She's a voice actress, author, acting teacher, and actor. Her role on The Big Bang Theory made her famous, but she's also famous for other things. She's well known for her roles as Verna Jean Williams on the show Welcome Back, Kotter, as well as Will Smith's mother in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She's also been in The X-Files, Dexter, 2.5 Men, and other shows. Mark Herlick as Dr. Eric Gablehauser, then. It must be awful when your boss dates your mom because that's what happened to Sheldon Cooper. Carl Gablehauser is in charge of the physics department at Caltech. Leonard, Raj, and Sheldon all work for him. He's good at his job and treats his patients with care, but Sheldon doesn't like him. During seasons 1 and 2, Dr. Eric Gablehauser has been on The Big Bang Theory. Mark Herlick as Dr. Eric Gablehauser now. Mark Herlick, like many of the other actors and people on this list, tried his hand at a lot of different types of acting. He's not only an actor, but he also writes plays. Mark's playing career has been long and successful. He's been in many big movies and TV shows such as Jurassic Park 3, Seinfeld, Breaking Bad, Prison Break, Battle of the Sexes, and many more. We can't wait to see him in his next part. Kate Micucci as Lucy, then. Raj meets Lucy at a Valentine's Day party at the comic shop for single people. Lucy's very shy and nervous around other people. During season 6, she starts dating Raj, but when Raj tries to get Lucy to meet his friends, Lucy ends the relationship through text messages. She tells him that he's gone too far and she doesn't want to be with him anymore. Kate Micucci as Lucy now. Since her 8 episodes on The Big Bang Theory, Kate Micucci has done voice work for several animation shows and movies. She did the voice of Irma Langenstein on Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Velma Dinkley on Be Cool, Scooby-Doo. Aside from that, she did the character of Webigail in the Disney show DuckTales and Sarah Murphy in Milo Murphy's Law. In 2017, she did the character of Clayface in the Lego Batman movie. April Bowlby as Rebecca, then. Bert works at Caltech and is dating the beautiful blonde Rebecca. After failing as an actor, she became a personal trainer. Everyone in the group is shocked that such a pretty girl is dating a shy scientist. Sheldon thinks Rebecca is looking for money. Bert shows up at the flat and tells the people there that he broke up with Rebecca. April Bowlby is Rebecca now. April's done a lot of different jobs besides play Rebecca on The Big Bang Theory. She's also played Alan's sweet but stupid young wife, Candy, on 2.5 Men. She played Stacey Barrett on the TV show Drop Dead Diva for 5 years. Some of the TV shows that April Bowlby has been in are A Mother's Crime, and Love's Last Resort. The most important part she's had recently was playing Elastigirl on the TV show Doom Patrol. Kaylee Quok as Penny Hofstadter, then. Penny is Sheldon and Leonard's pretty blonde neighbor who we meet in the first season. She thinks of herself as a skilled actor, even though she hasn't done much acting in the past. Penny helps people eat at the Cheesecake Factory and makes most of her money that way. Since the first episode, she's been interested in Leonard. They dated on and off over the seasons until they got married in Vegas in season 9. After a while, she stopped being an actor and went to work at Bernadette's drug business instead. Kaylee Quok as Penny Hofstadter now. She played a big part in a show before The Big Bang Theory. Kaylee used to play Bridget Hennessy on the series 8 Simple Rules, where she shared the lead part with the late John Ritter. Along with her co-stars, Jim and John, is one of the best-paid comedy artists on TV. For her part as Penny, she made $900,000 per show. Because of her work on TV, the actor became a millionaire and formed her own production business.